couple template patterns, and got this piece. I'm working on the floor off cardboard, so it's noisy. Got this piece, two pieces welded in there and ground and plug welded, and forgot to put my holes in my bottom flange till after I had this all tacked in, so I had to drill those kind of after the fact. That was fun, but there was only 3 of them, so I just made it happen. So now I want to fill in the rest of that, just to say that it's finished off. I have no idea what it looked like because it was all rusty and gone. There's a few little pinholes here, but you know what? That stuff's so thin. I keep burning holes through it, so I'm gonna quit while I'm behind. So I have this third piece that I made. I made this pattern, so this is going up in there. I'll get that welded in and I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. Alrighty then. We got that piece welded in, ground a little bit. Ended up recutting this joint and grinding it. Apparently I didn't have enough overlap or didn't have enough gap, and so when I ground it smooth, I ground right through to the metal. So I just took the zip wheel and cut that and then ground it. I had to basically point the rod in this way because it was a pretty wide gap. I had the wire turned up and just kind of stacked it in there and welded that and ground all that. So yeah, so looks like this is going to be the next section. I'm not sure how this was, like I say, how the factory had it. There wasn't enough there to really go by, but I assume it was something like that, and then we're going to say that it is and call it good, because once the outer rocker gets put on, nobody's ever going to see it. So we'll carry on. So this was the next piece or last piece of the inner structure. So I came up with this wonky looking panel. At least I remember to put the spot weld holes in it this time. So we'll get that up in there and get it welded and show you what it looks like when I get it all done. Alright, got that thing welded up in there. I'll do a little skinny patch where I had it split there, and then in the back here I figured I might as well join these two pieces together since there's about an inch and a quarter gap there. So yeah, plug weld and along the bottom. And I didn't get really nuts with grinding it because, you know, this is basically the inner structure. Get some paint on it. Not going to see that anyway when it's all back together. So yeah, now it's getting back into this, the outer piece. Got to make an outer piece to go all the way to the fender. Maybe I'll take that fender off. We'll see. Anyway, more pieces to the puzzle back in place. Okay, I got this piece cut out of the outer rocker here at the sill, and I just laid it on a piece of steel and use it for my pattern. We're going to weld that in there. This stuff's really thin. I mic'd it out with my sheet metal gauge, and it's a loose 22 gauge, so I don't know if it's because it's rusted or, I mean, I just sanded off the paint and cleaned up the backside, but yeah, it mics out at 22 gauge. So this is 20, so it's thicker than what's on there, but man, this is like welding foil or something, but we'll carry on. Okay, I got that welded in and ground, but something tells me that I might keep going on this. so thin. It's 22 gauge. So, yeah, I don't know. I may end up putting a panel on the inside just to have something to weld to out here. I mean, I don't really care about butt welding it, but I really like to have it go together a little bit easier. And so yeah, I'll have to look at that and make a determination, but yeah. So my little patch panel that I put in here earlier just wasn't doing the trick. There was too many Swiss cheesery holes going on here, so I made another patch and got him welded in and ground. And yeah, big improvement. It was still hard to weld. That stuff is so damn thin. I ended up using my little piece of, I took a piece of 3/4, I think it was 3/4 copper pipe, and cut it and opened it up and made a copper backer for this stuff. So the idea is to have the copper on the back side when you weld, because the weld won't stick to the copper, but it kind of gives you something to weld against versus burning holes in this thing. So anyway, yeah, not perfect, but far from perfect, but perfect from afar, I guess. Yeah, a little filler. It's going to get filler. This whole thing's probably going to get filler. I know it is. And that's about it.